Alright, we've seen both modes. We've seen his mountain of bits and bobs, we've seen his articulation. It's time to give this guy some rankings from our entirely arbitrary and subjective
even semi-random
scoring process. So let's have a look. Build quality. There are a lot of bits that are designed to come off, like the trigger and the barrel, and I'm certainly not complaining about that, because otherwise I would be really afraid of breaking it. To be honest, I'm afraid of breaking it in some places while transforming it.
Yeah, that's the thing. He doesn't feel sturdy. He's probably sturdier than he feels. He
is quite light. He's not much heavier than Grindrod, I don't think, barring other mountain of accessories that are on him. The loose ankles is a bit of a shame. If it was any other joint, that would be fine, but the ankles, it just means he keeps tipping over. I haven't noticed anyone else complain about that in reviews, so it might just be a case of variable tightness.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably do something with some nail polish on those.
Well, it's a hinge joint around a metal rod.
Oh right, okay. In which case you can't.
The blue tack would do the job, I suppose. Just stick some on the back of the ankles. That would straighten them up. Yeah. If you're that bothered about it. He's the cover that covers up the top of the handle, popping off when transforming him, and sometimes when moving the legs, is a bit irritating.
It is. I mean, there's something one of the first things I noticed when I picked him up, that it just kind of popped off.
Again, that's not something I've noticed other reviewers mention, so it might not be a universal problem.
Yeah. But we've only got this one sample to go on.
Yeah. So build quality. I don't feel like anything is going to break. That's the thing. The hip cap pops off. It doesn't break off.
Yeah.
There's nothing here that I feel is going to break. It's like a modern Prime toy. The plastic does feel light, but I don't get the impression that it's fragile.
Yeah.
So I'd say build quality, I'm going to give him a 7.
I would have been less generous and made it a 6, I have to say.
Alrighty then, he gets a 6.5.
Because for a toy of his size, he feels very light and does make me feel a little bit flimsy.
Oops. You stay up there, Hegemon. There you go. I know you're a bit high because you've been smoking your energon sword again. Alright, design. Does it look the part? Oh no, sorry, the accuracy is more than it look the part. Design. Does it look like a good figure? Is it well made in its own right? Is it well presented in its own right?
I think it does look quite appealing. I mean, it's got the right level of detail on it.
The paint applications, small but very neat. Yeah. It's got the silver on the face to pick out the details, which is the face sculpt. I think is very nice. Toyworld really go nuts on their face sculpts. They really.
It's very striking. It's very distinct. It's very distinct. There's a lot of character to it.
Oh yes. So I think design he's gonna score pretty high.
Actually, yes.
It's probably a 9, if not a 10.
I'd be happy with a 9.
Alright, I'd say he gets a 9.5. We're going for the half marks here. It's not the end of the world. Alright, transformation. Transformation.
This is going to be a mileage may vary, I think.
Yes, it's a shame that so many bits. Well, I have to remove so many bits. You don't have to, but it does make it a lot easier if you have the trigger and the barrel out of the way. Some pieces, like when you have to rotate that the right arm to swing it around the other edge of the body, and you have to rotate the entire rest of the body to get it past, and it's still a tight squeeze. There's no other way to do it. It's a really complicated transformation and very ambitious, I think, especially for a first attempt.
Yes, there's a lot of ambition there, but I do think it's very, very finicky. It's very fiddly.
That's true. I think
I have a feeling that would drive me crazy after a while.
Yeah. Well, considering the high level of competition, I think transformation gets a 6.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Okay. So transformation gets a 6 on our entirely arbitrary rating system. Alt mode.
The alt mode is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's I mean, if you're like me, of an age that you can remember the reruns of The Man from U.N.C.L.E., TV show, and that just is a Walther P-38 Uncle Special.
How appropriate, given the original, the original toy that became Megatron.
Yeah.
Was originally marketed as a Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Indeed.
playset.
Yes. I mean, it is. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much bang on. The only thing that really lets it down is that shoulder stock.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's in the wrong plane. I mean, you've really only got a choice of two, horizontal or vertical, and they've kind of picked the wrong one there.
Yeah. That's a shame. So shoulder stock aside, alt mode is great.
Yeah.
I had good fun when there was no one else home, rolling around the living room, firing at imaginary spies.
Yeah, I mean it is the sort of thing that you sit there watching television with on your knee, and and try and pick off a Dalek or two.
I think this particular selection tells you a lot more about us than it does about Hegemon.
Probably. Yeah.
Alt mode, cracking, point off for the shoulder stock being the wrong way round.
Yeah.
So alt mode gets a 9. Alright, accuracy. How much does this look like Megatron? How much does any other toy ever produced look like the original Megatron?
Yeah.
Like with Quake Wave, I don't think we need to spend much time on this.
No.
It's Megatron.
It is Megatron, yes.
It's Megatron. That's a 10, right in the banging against the top of the chart.
Yeah.
Blatantness.
C question above, really.
Yeah,
it's Megatron.
It's Megatron. He's got the Energon sword. The Energon sword is a nice touch because you could say it's the one he used in Transformers the movie. You could also say it's the one he used in War for Cybertron.
Alright,
you know,
okay.
They're different in that. I mean, it does look like the Dark Energon sword in War for Cybertron,
right,
but with a bit of lateral thinking, you
yeah.
can say it was the kind of lightsabery thing he uses to stick in Optimus Prime in their fateful battle in Transformers the movie. Yeah. He's got his big ball
on a chain, yeah.
Yeah, that no one would think for a second that this is anyone other than Megatron.
Yeah.
They gave it a different name. I'll give them a point for giving it a different name.
I'm not really quite as generous as you are.
No.
It's Megatron. He has a name that just means leader.
All right, so
pushing it.
All right, so we'll trim off half a point for the new name. So blatantness is 9.5. Accessories.
He's not badly equipped, accessories wise.
He's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Basically, I mean, he's got all the same stuff that if you combined both the Japanese and Western original Megatrons, you'd end up with plus the ball and chain, from the Encore version.
The only thing I regret him not coming with is the original silver handgun. You never see it in any forms of media, and you only see it on the toy. And the original silver sword as well that the Encore reissue came with.
Yeah.
I really like those accessories.
They are actually very nice accessories.
I think they're really cool, and it's a shame that you don't see them more often. You never see them homaged in reimagined versions of Megatron.
It's true,
especially the handgun. It's always the fusion cannon.
Yeah, and the handgun's actually quite nice because it's got that sort of blocky science fictiony look to it.
Yeah. But there we are. Apparently Hasbro, Takara and Toyworld think I'm on the wrong track there. So what do I know? Accessories, again, shoulder stock.
Yeah, point off for that.
But I like the fact that it's also a display stand for the weapons. You could fit the flail in there and the Energon sword in there. You can put other things there as well to get extra guns for it or whatever. So I'd say it gets a 9 for accessories.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that. Yes, yeah.
Actually, the original Megatron's shoulder stock, silencer and scope could be rebuilt into an anti-air cannon.
Well, just about anything cannon.
Anti-everything cannon, yeah. These can't. There's nothing else to do with the silencer in robot mode. It can't be attached to him as a kind of super cannon as it did on the original.
Okay, so you can't get the waste cannon out.
That's a wasted opportunity, I think. So I'm going to knock another one off the accessories for that. So
I'll go with you on that.
Although it does come with a mountain of accessories, there's just a wasted potential, I think, in the shoulder stock and the stock, the silencer. There we go. So that's 8 for accessories, and my pen is actually drying out. I'm standing here yammering over paperwork. Paperwork is okay. He's like all the Toyworld stuff. He comes with his own character card, Hegemon. There's maybe a little bit of information there, whatever that says. It's all in Japanese. He's got his tech specs on the other side. We forgot to mention that the inside of the fusion cannon is red, so when you look through the sights it looks like you've failed to kill James Bond.
Like pretty much everybody else has tried, so that's no shame.
That's true. He's got the nicely rendered instructions. Everything you need to move is highlighted in purple, which is a nice touch.
Yeah. And it makes it fairly clear.
Yeah, they're detailed enough that you can see what's supposed to happen, and that's fine. That's pretty much what you would expect. So I'd say paperwork, he gets a 5. Nothing great, nothing poor. It's good.
It's an average, decent performance on that score.
All right, so paperwork, he gets a 5. Yeah, and that was Toyworld's TW-01 Hegemon. He's not cheap. If you want one, you're probably looking at about £80 on the secondary market, if not more. It'd be difficult to get one in Britain now. I was lucky enough to get this one from Hong Kong. It was the last one that the online store had in stock. I got it because the box was slightly damaged in a way that I couldn't even see when I looked at it, so I'm certainly not complaining.
No longer quite collector's grade, but depends on your collector.
So we'll do a quick size comparison while we're here. He is next to Masterpiece Optimus Prime. He's a bit of a shrimp.
I think Prime's got a weight class on him there.
Yeah, possibly. Well, a couple of size classes as well, perhaps. Masterpiece versus about seemingly about ultra size. Maybe he's about the same height as Universe Onslaught, maybe.
Yeah.
About that height.
Yeah.
He's not bad. Let's try him against for those of you who don't have MP10 Optimus Prime, here he is with Skywarp. Skywarp looks a bit weedy by comparison. Yeah. Which unfortunately means if you want to reenact any scenes with him in Starscream, it's going to look like he's beating up a child.
Well, I mean, honestly, given cartoon Starscream's behaviour, it's not far off the mark anyway. So
talking physical rather than mental. Oh, actually, courtesy of Carl's collection here, I'm going to do a size comparison with one of the best Optimus Prime toys ever made. Let's see how he stands up against Laser Rod Optimus Prime. That's not a bad.
Oh, evil cousin thereof.
Yeah, evil cousin thereof. This is Black Convoy, obviously from Car Robots. It became Scourge and Robots in Disguise. They're not a bad comparison.
They're pretty close.
So ironically, the best size match for this very G1 Megatron is G2 Optimus Prime.
Yep.
There you go. That's Hegemon.